Hey everyone here, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about something that I think we all struggle with at some point, and that constant, nagging feeling that we need other people's approval to feel good about ourselves. It's like we're handing over the remote control to our own happiness. But what if I told you that you already hold the remote? Let me tell you a story. Imagine a young artist. Let's call her Elara. Elara loved to paint more than anything. Her canvases were filled with vibrant sunsets and dreamy landscapes that came straight from her soul. But whenever she finished a piece, her first instinct wasn't to admire her own work. Instead, she'd anxiously show it to friends, family, and online forums, her heart pounding as she waited for their verdict. A like, a wow, a "you're so talented" would make her feel on top of the world. But a single critical comment, or even just silence, would send her spiraling. Her passion, which once brought her so much joy, became a source of anxiety. The validation she craved was a fleeting high, leaving her feeling empty and dependent on the next dose of approval. One afternoon, after a particularly harsh critique left her feeling worthless, she visited an old, wise mentor. She poured out her heart, explaining how the joy of painting was being choked by her need for praise. The mentor listened patiently, then pointed to a simple, unadorned clay pot on his shelf. "What do you see?" he asked. "A pot?" Elara replied, confused. "Exactly," said the mentor. "It doesn't ask if you think it's beautiful. It doesn't worry if another pot is more ornate. It simply exists, holding its space, fulfilling its purpose. Its value isn't determined by who looks at it, but by what it is." That simple analogy was a light bulb moment for Elara. She realized she had been trying to be an ornate vase for everyone else to admire, forgetting that her true value, like the pots, was inherent. It was in her unique perspective, her passion, and the very act of creation itself. She went home, and for the first time in a long time, she painted just for herself. She didn't post it online. She didn't ask for opinions. She just created, pouring her feelings onto the canvas, finding joy in the process, not the applause. When she finished, she looked at her painting, and a deep sense of satisfaction washed over her. It was a feeling that no amount of external praise had ever truly given her. This story isn't just about an artist. It's about all of us. We are all Elara. We seek validation in our jobs, our relationships, our appearance, our social media posts. We measure our worth by the number of likes, the compliments, or the promotions we receive. But here's the truth. Your worth is not a poll. It's not up for a vote. It is a fundamental, unchangeable part of who you are. Seeking validation from others is like trying to see your reflection in a rippling pond. The image is always distorted and dependent on external forces. True self-worth is seeing your reflection in a calm, clear lake. A reflection that comes from within. So, how do we start reclaiming ourselves? Start small. The next time you accomplish something, whether it's finishing a tough workout, completing a project, or even just making a delicious meal, take a moment to pause, acknowledge your effort. Tell yourself, "I did that. I am proud of myself." Be your own cheerleader first. Celebrate your own wins, no matter how small. Recognize that your thoughts, your feelings, and your passions are valid simply because they are yours. You don't need a committee to approve your existence. You are the clay pot, inherently valuable, whole, and complete. Just as you are, your worth isn't something you need to earn. It's something you need to remember. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this message resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Remember to be kind to yourself. See you in the next one.